RV the Camper Coach. I am headed to pick up our camper from our rental. It's been rented out this weekend, and so I'm headed that way to check it out and pick it up. That's one of the things that I hope to accomplish with these videos in this channel. One is that I want to have videos for our renters so that they can see things about our camper. If they have questions, they might be able to check out one of the videos. If they don't remember how to hook it up, or they don't remember how to operate the water heater or something, that they'll have some videos that they can access to help guide them through those might save them a phone call or something like that, or for potential renters who want to get a better feel for our camper. But the other side of what I want to accomplish is to help. Well, let me rephrase that. I want to share our experiences with renting our camper, because you may be new in the camper rental business. You may be thinking about getting into the camper rental business, or you might just be into RVing and you want to get some tips and tricks on RVing. And so I just want to share what little bit that I know with you guys, because that's what I love to do. My family and I, we love camping, we love RVing, and we want other people to love it too. So I just want to share what I know, some of my experiences, and maybe it will help you out along the way. So yeah, we're, I guess, in our 4th or 5th year of renting our camper. This is our 4th camper, and like I said, I think we got our first one in 2015. It would have been right before our daughter was born, and I grew up RVing. Pretty much most of my childhood, we had a camper or a fifth wheel or a motorhome, and we were traveling and doing those sort of things as a family. And then as our family was growing, my wife and I, we had our son. He was about 2, and our daughter was coming, and kind of on a whim decided that we would like to buy a travel trailer. And so we found one. It was a super good deal. It was a 2007, I think, KZ Spree 323 RLS. Great camper. Would love to have another one, but it's terrible for a family because there's no bunks. The rear living space is huge. It's expansive. It's cushy. It's wonderful for a couple. You have the bathroom in the middle that you actually walk through the bathroom to get to the bedroom. It was a great camper. Got a great deal on it. Terrible for our family. And so, we've had 3 other campers, and now we have a Forest River Wildwood X-Lite, which I'll show you once we get down here. But we bought the camper. It wasn't really in the budget, but we figured we'd make it happen. And like a lot of people, the camper sort of sat in the driveway. We weren't using it a whole lot. We were making payments on it, and so it was costing us a ton of money. And then somewhere along the line, and I don't know who said it, it was somebody, maybe one of my in-laws said, "Hey, I bet you could rent that thing during race week," because we live fairly close to Charlotte Motor Speedway in central North Carolina. I said, "I bet you could rent that thing for race week and pay for your entire year's worth of payments." And so that got me thinking, and I started scratching my head, and I did a little research and found that there are companies or websites that you can list your RV on, that people can rent them. The website, the company takes a percentage of the rental, and then that's it. You get the rest. And so we started with RV Share. You might have heard of RV Share. You may have seen an advertisement. You may have had experience with RV Share. And I don't know what your experience is, but I know that we've been with them for over 4 years, and our experience as owners has been nothing but positive. list our camper on there. People are able to look at it. People are able to book it, contact us. The renters pay for some insurance for the rental period. RV Share takes a percentage, and then we get the rest. And it's been a simple, good platform for us. We've also used Outdoorsy. Very similar. If you're looking at the two, Outdoorsy is very similar to RV Share. Just for us using RV Share and Outdoorsy at the same time, it was kind of complicated trying to keep up with calendars and things like that. And there were just a few things interface-wise that I liked better about RV Share. So absolutely nothing against Outdoorsy. In fact, I think their percentage is less than RV Share that they take, but we've stuck with RV Share. It's been good for us. We've had plenty of business using them. Now, I'm not getting paid by them or anything, so don't think that. There's different companies out there. You look at them, you do the research, and figure out what's best for you and your situation, if this is something you want to do. But here's the deal, because I have friends who are RVers, and they're like, Christian, I just don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know how you let other people use your stuff. I mean, I can't imagine letting someone else sleep in my camper bed and use my things and all of that. And that's totally legitimate. Like, if you are thinking about, at any point, if you are thinking about getting into the camper rental business, you need to answer that question. You need to ask that question, and you need to answer it. Because if you can't possibly imagine somebody else sleeping in your bed in your camper, or using your or maybe even causing damage to your unit, you don't need to get into the camper rental business. Okay? But so, Christian, how do you do it? And our answer is very simple. We want to go camping. We like to travel. We like to be able to take our family and go camping. And unless we rent our camper, that doesn't happen, because we don't have room in our budget for a camper payment, for maintenance, for upkeep, for tax and tag and all of that. There's not room in our budget for that. And so we rent it, because up to this point, knock on wood, up to this point, every camper that we've had and rented has paid for itself. And there's been a little bit left over for us to go camping on. So, for instance, our first camper, that KZ, we decided to list it, and bam! I mean, that first summer, it was all I could do to keep up with the rentals, because we do offer delivery within a specified radius of our house, and man, it was coming in and going out. I had it come in and go out the same day at one point. It was just that busy. And so that first year, that camper needed some work, which is why we got such a good deal on it. We did the work. It wound up needing 4 new tires, an air conditioning top unit, a thermostat. Those were the biggies, not to mention a few little minor repairs. Getting the heater service, the furnace service, and things like that. So all of that, and we still came out a little bit in the black. Okay, not tons. Listen, if you want to get into the camper rental business to make your fortune, look somewhere else. You're not making a ton of money, but we keep all of our camper payments, all of our rental income, everything, repairs, upkeep, maintenance, all comes out of one account. And then when we decide we want to go camping, we make our reservations using that account. So the rental income pays for the camper, and it allows us to camp as well for free. And for us, that's as simple as it gets. Like, there's no other grand design here behind why we rent our RV, is just because we like to camp. So we've had great experience. Yes, damage has been done. nothing major. We've only had one insurance claim, and it was not our renter's fault. It was actually someone renting another RV in the site across from them backed into our camper and did some damage to the front cab. No problem there. I mean, the insurance took care of it. That's why we have insurance. We have damage deposits that we've used a handful of times to fix some minor things. In fact, the camper that I'm going to pick up now, our Wildwood, the last renter shattered the glass cover on the stove. Damage deposit, took care of it. You know, we'll be getting a new one, we'll install it. I'm the kind of guy that I don't like to see my camper go to the shop if I can help it. So I've learned to do a lot of the repairs, and part of that is I don't want to spend the money because, you know, I have no problem whatsoever with mechanics making good money. Like, totally okay with that. And when I need a mechanic, I pay them the money. But if I don't have to, I won't. So if I can make the repair myself, like I looked up a video and some instructions on how to replace the air conditioning top unit. It's 4 bolts and a connector, and I did it myself. Saved about $1,000 just by doing it myself. So I don't like to send it to the shop if I don't have to. Plus, I don't like my camper being off the road any more than it has to be. So I like to do those repairs, and we'll probably have some videos of different repairs that we come across. But yeah, some minor things have happened. But we've also got to meet some really nice people. Most of the people that are going to rent our camper are families that are looking to have some fun and have an enjoyable time out, you know, traveling. Or they need a place to stay for, like this one, for a horse show, or they need a place to stay for a NASCAR race or a drag race, any number of things. But the people that we've come in contact with, by and large, not everybody, but by and large, the people have been friendly, just like every other person that you meet in the RV world. They've been friendly, they've been kind. It's been great to get to talk to them and get to know them. We've had some repeat customers, and it's been really good for us. So if you're looking into renting your RV, whether it's a travel trailer or a motorhome, whatever it is, you know, give it some thought. You need to answer those questions. Can I live with somebody using my stuff? Am I okay if it gets wrecked or it gets damaged? And if you are, then give it a shot. You know, I haven't heard too many horror stories. I think there's probably some out there, but for us, it's been good. It's allowed us to do the things that we want to do as a family, and you know, I hope to be able to share some of those experiences with you. So like I said, we're headed down the road to check out the camper. I will kind of give you an update when I get to the camper and walk you through it, and we'll take a look at it. I already did stop and got my supper in Ellerby, so if you're ever in Ellerby, I definitely recommend Dixie Burger. They have a great Philly cheesesteak. If you are, this is Mama Noise that I'm going to enjoy on the way home, so I'll let you know how that turns out too. But anyway, stay tuned. Like I said, I anticipate putting up all different kinds of videos, but the objective is to help people enjoy the recreational vehicle lifestyle, enjoy camping, maybe get some tips on renting your unit, and also maybe get some tips if you're going to rent my unit. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll give you an update when we get to the camper. what we got here. Looks good. We're going to turn the water heater off. Don't see anything major. See, the fridge is still on. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. The glass top here got shattered by the last group. Just kind of do a quick walkthrough. And I'm telling you, I think these folks probably did a pretty good job of taking care of the camper. I left my tools right there. Whoops. The one thing is, it's really hard to do a thorough walkthrough right off the bat. Usually if things are going to turn up, unless it's obvious and unless the renter lets you know, you're not going to find it until you go to really clean and pretty much get set up for the next renters. But again, anything that's majorly wrong is going to be obvious enough that that you should see it right off the bat. So I'm going to turn the fridge off, and we're going to get things buttoned up and ready to hook up and head home. Alright, we are pulling out of the gas station. I made a total rookie mistake. I forgot to fuel up before I picked up the camper, which I hate to have to take my camper through the gas station. I'm telling you, I've pulled campers for at least 4 years. I've driven tanks, pulled tanks through. I haven't driven tanks. I've towed tanks through the city streets of Baghdad, and I hate having to stop and get in tight places with my RV. So anyway, we're back on the road. Camper looked great, by the way. But I think Mama Noise is going to be a disaster. I think this is going to be a messy meal. But hey, you got to eat. So I'm going to chow down and try to get home safely. Well, I'm on the home stretch, probably about 25-30 minutes out from home. So that puts me at about, I left it a little after 3:30. So that'll put me right at 4 hours for this rental pickup, which is, I mean, that's a pretty long time. That's a pretty good amount of time for a rental pickup, but a lot of it was the drive. This was an hour and a half, which is outside my normal range, but it wasn't so far out that I wouldn't do it. And I did charge a little bit extra for the further delivery. Any further and I probably would have said no. But it was a good trip, good rental. The people took great care of it, so they will be welcome to rent from me again anytime they want. And I'm gonna pay attention for this next little bit, get home safely. And thanks for tuning in. I'm Christian, RV the Camper Coach.